Um, for starters, I thought that we competed. I thought that we competed, and I liked the way that we compete. Now, Iowa loses today, as I put in the little title and the headline there. 68-66 loss to number 17 Michigan State. All credit and kudos to Michigan State for being a hell of a team, a fighter of a team, finding out a way to win a game that they didn't score 90 points, because this is a team that averages 91 points per game. So, they scrapped this one out against us, and we gave ourselves a chance because Michigan State was ineffective at the free throw line late. Now, when I look at this team, I'm very, very confident, and I'm happy with where we are. When I look at the Hawkeyes and I see that we are 9-2, yes, we have two losses, but we have competed in the game that we have lost in. And that's what I've been looking for. If you guys remember, I told you guys from the beginning of the season, I was looking for us to compete. I'm not looking for championships, as many are, because that's not going to happen because we had our opportunities. At some point, if the ball bounces right in the future, maybe we'll get an opportunity to play for a national championship again. But that's not what this is. Now, this isn't a rebuilding process either, you know. Now, the retool, but this is a rediscovering for a brand new era of Iowa women's basketball. And we're playing some good basketball. We're competing. We're playing defense better than we have, and God knows how long. And we are playing some exceptional, defense as a team. Now, what I would say is there's some things that obviously stick out and bother me. Like the ability, or should I say the lack of ability to protect the basketball. For me, has become very problematic as I look at it and as I see us going forward. Each game differs, but there are some moments in which we just can't take care of the basketball. Period. Now our bigs, and this is something that I was yelling at the TV a lot today. I was like, Hannah Starkey and Addison O'Grady gotta stop. You're dribbling too much. You're dribbling too much. And more specifically, Hannah more so than Addie. But Addie's offensive game has started to disappear. So I'm questioning, is Addie pulling a Sharon Goodman? Because you guys know that last season, Sharon Goodman played good for us, and then she just disappeared. So when I look at Addison O'Grady, I'm questioning, like, okay, what's going on here? The previous game, 2 points. This game, 4 points. Only played 20 minutes. I see Ava Hayden as the future, but I thought that this senior season would belong to Addison O'Grady, and I don't want to go, against Addison O'Grady because she's been playing fabulous for us this season. But I'm just like, okay, you haven't looked the same in the previous two games. Now, Lucy Olsen, I have no problem with her taking a lot of shots because she's the best player on this team. You can argue with it if you want to, but when I look at Lucy Olsen, she is literally the reason why we're absolutely in the position that we're in. We did win two games without her, but she's an incredible talent. Now, she only scores 13 points today, and she does have a chance to kind of win this game for us, making a shot that she normally makes, but she missed it. You got to live with that. Lucy normally makes these shots. Kylie Fairback got hot from 3-point range. We needed it. We got to have it. We probably could use more consistent production from Kylie Fairback. You look at Hannah Stokey. Hannah Stokey had the best game out of all our players today. That's no cap at all. What's going on? Barry Cage, VR, what's going on with you? So I look at this team, right? And I just say, we playing some really good ball. We really are. I mean, all I wanted us to do was compete and fight and grind for this season. And that's what we doing. So I'm not about to sit up here and be like, okay, I'm disappointed. One, we're 9-2. Nobody expected us to be 9-2. Nobody. I don't care who said that they thought that we would be 9-2, because I didn't even think we'd be 9-2. Um, So I'm looking at our stats, right? They don't tell the full tale, but Hannah had 18, 3 assists, and 8 rebounds. Addison had 4 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Lucy Olsen with the 13, Kylie Fairback with 12, Sydney Fulton with 4. You know, for me, let me stop for a second and say this. And then Leah Guyton only played 7 minutes. I wonder why that was. Let me stop and say this. This was such a winnable game. Like, I'm not going to take anything away from Michigan State. When the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on earth? Well, that's a question that's not an easy question to answer. I will say that. But when I look at this team, um, I just feel like the turnovers have to stop. The bigs, the dribbling too much have to stop. Shot selection, while okay, sometimes I question shot selection. Like Sydney Fulton took some threes down the stretch that I didn't agree with. You know, the door was open for us to win. Maybe Lucy Olsen could have drove to the rim and got fouled. We could have found a way to maybe steal this game, but ultimately we were in this game. So what more can I ask for? I mean, last year we beat Michigan State at the buzzer because we had the epic Caitlin Clark. You know, are we to expect that greatness is going to strike twice? Are we to expect that it would, that it could? Perhaps it would have, but it didn't. You know, so we just got to regroup. We play Northern Iowa next. We've got no time to hang our heads. We got no time to worry. Yes, this stings because we're coming off an incredible win over an Iowa State team, and it was a chance to go back to back and win 2 games against ranked. You know, um, I won't say I'm troubled by the fact that you know the freshmen they don't seem to be contributing. You know, as you would think, but the minutes they're not getting men. Like the only freshman truly getting minutes is Taylor Strimlow, and my goodness, I wish he would shoot the ball more. You know, I understand like across the board, right? She's great because she can pass, she gives you energy, she hustles, she rebounds. You know, she can shoot the three, she can even score, she can penetrate. But Taylor is she isn't being aggressive as I would like her to be, and it does worry me a little bit. You know, Taylor Mulaney's 3 pointer is not looking good lately. So what do you do here? And this is one of the things I wonder. Like, if the losses start to pile up, which we hope they do not, but if the Iowa begin to pile, well, then I'm wondering, do you then give these young players the prime opportunity to play and get all the experience that they need? But for right now, you know, things are, oh man, I'm yawning over here and I'm hungry. But this, I don't think it's gonna be a long while. But yeah, I wonder though. I think for right now, we're in good shape. I mean, 9-2. As long as we don't, as long as the sky doesn't fall out, as long as we don't start losing a lot of games, I think we just got to get right back to the grindhouse. Got to get right back to it. Got to practice defensively. We're doing well. Again, we got to cut these turnovers down. I like the fact that we started hitting some 3-point shots. Salem McKay ran some threes. Kylie ran some threes. But obviously, we're not making threes like we were last year. And I think for me, the biggest thing is Lucy had a pretty good 3-point shooting game. She just couldn't really get it going anywhere else, you know. If Bronny wasn't LeBron's son, he wouldn't play in the NBA. Yeah, we know that LeBron's son would not be in the NBA if it weren't for pops. And but why is LeBron mixing in action? I don't know. I haven't really been checking out too much NBA. Somebody tell me why LeBron has been missing in action. And when you look at Michigan State, we couldn't stop Nyla Hampton. Like Nyla Hampton's fourth quarter against us was absolutely incredible. And what made me right is that all you really needed somebody to do was stay in front of Nyla. but no, nobody could. Like I feel like Taylor Strumlow. I gotta go back and rewatch. I have to rewatch this game. I feel like Taylor Strumlow fouled out, and that was a blunder too because she fouled out and she stayed in the game for like 2 possessions. Like, how does that happen? How do you foul out, but nobody pulls you out the game? Like your coach should, like Coach Jam. How did she miss that one? Like that was crazy. But yeah, nobody could stay in front of nobody like the foot speed. So let's say the feet speed and the footwork. Nobody could keep in front of Nyla Hampton. She just went completely nuts down the stretch when Michigan State went on a 14-0 run. And I give them a whole lot of credit because we were up in this game. It looked like we was gonna cruise. And it was like, no, y'all every time it looked like we was gonna get away with this one, Michigan State was like, you're not going no damn where. You're not going anywhere. This game is going to remain close, tied at the end of 3. Going into halftime, Lucy Olsen put us up by 5 because she made a big shot during halftime. I wish if I could switch it, man, what I wouldn't do for Lucy's halftime shot to miss and her end of the game shot went in. You know what I'm saying? If only I could switch that around. You much rather have a buzzer beater, a game winning 2-point shot than that go into halftime. Yeah, if I y'all one more time with a buzzer beater. Um, so Taryn, I can't say her name right. Tylen Highlight, she played. I thought she did. Shoemate made a big 3. Julia A. Rock, she had a wonderful game for Michigan State. You just see it in her intensity and her aggression this year. It's just something different. And then they transfer from Oregon. Grace Van Sluten had 7 rebounds, assists, and 14 points. Nobody had more than 3 assists on Michigan State, but they did have 3 players with 3 assists at least. Yeah. Again, credit to them. They showed up and they played and they held on for the win. It's just crazy because I thought this was a game that we definitely could have won, and it would have been great if we would have held on to get this W. But if it's one thing that really concerns me about this team is obviously outside of the things I've named earlier in this video, is shot creation. When you look at our roster, you know, the ability to have a playmaker is essential, and to have a shot creator is essential. And you only got one. You only have one in Lucy Olsen. Anybody ever tried this stuff? This stuff is so good right here. Y'all ever ate this? I just thought I would just like for real. If you can eat tuna, that's so fire. Like tomato basil, barley beans with tuna. So what you do, like you could put it over like some noodles. For real, you could put it over noodles. You can put make this, put it in a bowl, put some eggs on it. You can make it like old fashioned tuna. Eat it with crackers. It's so fire. It's like something new that they have out. So I just thought I would show y'all that. This is only something I eat that like in a pinch or whatever. Like if I'm hungry or something, that's a good meal to eat. Like high on protein. But getting back to this though, yeah, man. I just we don't have nobody that really shot creates. That's what I was talking about. And like Lucy's the only one on the team that can get her shot without it looking wonky as hell. Like because Sydney loves Sydney and Fulter, but sometimes she drives to the rim and she get cut off. And it happens with Hannah. It happens with Addie. A lot of our players drive to the rim. It looks real clunky. It looks real wonky. They get cut off. It looks like they're about to travel. Look like they're about to step on a baseline, fall out of bounds. Like, don't drive into traffic. And if you get cut off, dump it off, pass it. Don't go down to the paint and just, look crazy. Like I do not like that. And Hannah, even though she had the best game today, sometimes she does that. Goes in the paint and gets lost and then just either travel, shot clock violation, and end up throwing up some crazy shot, praying for a foul. And it just don't happen. And then with Addie O'Grady, like she not catching the ball. She not dominating like she was before. So it's only been a 2-game stretch where she has. Also, maybe it's the competition, She does real good against, maybe lesser opponents, and perhaps when she facing the Tennessees and the Iowa States and the Michigan States, we'll see next game when we play. Um, who the hell we play? Northern Iowa. We'll see what we look like next week when we play Northern Iowa. Is going to be really interesting to see how we appear against how Addy plays against them. Um, but yeah, overall, again, here's the thing that I want to say in conclusion, how I kind of feel and pertains to sum up this game. When you give everything that you could have, you can't hang your head. I thought we fought back. I thought they fought back. I thought we made our free throws to be able to give ourselves a chance. They cracked the door. They kept the door some free throws. Lucy Olsen could have had a better game. I know she will. It's not the same Iowa team, folks, and we know that. It's Caitlin Clark, Kate Martin, they walking through that door. Lisa Bludane on the sidelines. Molly Davis ain't coming through that door. Gabby Marshall, with her defense and 3-point shot making. It ain't happening. We got what we got. We won 9 games without them. We can see. How far can we go? Again, this team. I don't look to bust nobody's bubble. I am a believer in my teams, my Bruins. Speaking of, do not let me forget to discuss the Bruins because I wanted to touch on my other team, the UCLA Bruins. But I'm not looking for Iowa to be no Final Four team because we can't. We can't. It would be surreal. It would be a miracle nobody ever understood if we were to get to. We're not. So what are we? We are a team that I just want to see compete, fight, hustle, and grind. And we probably could make it to. We probably could make it to like say. Oh man, where could Iowa make it? The round of 32, maybe. Maybe we could get to the round of 32, perhaps. I think it's a possibility. We probably good for a win. And that's what I said, prior to the season, that we probably good for a win. But I just don't think we the kind of team that can go deep into the NCAA tournament, you know. But I'm having fun watching my team. Each game is great. Can't wait to rewatch this one. It was a fun game. Just, the good team didn't come out on top, and that happens. That happens. What would I like to see happen more? Well, what would I like to see happen more? I like to see Hannah make faster moves, faster decisions when she gets in the paint. She doing good in terms of not bringing the ball down. So I just like to see her, keep the ball up high. If you want to shoot 3-pointers like she was doing late, shoot those early. Try to get in the groove because Hannah Stokey is a traditional 3-point shooter. So shoot those earlier in the game. Looking for Lucy Olsen to have a bounce back game. I know that she will. She's skilled and she's definitely a player for us. So Sydney Folter, looking for a little bit more consistency on offense. 15 points the previous game, only 4 this game. So need her to either get the point production up or just go crazy on rebounds, on blocks, on defense, making the proper passes, playing with intensity. So we need a definitive. We need like I talked about this before the season. We need Hannah Stokey and Lucy Olsen to be a hell of a duo. And they both are really good. Lucy is really, really good. Hannah is really, really good. We need them to be a tandem, dogs. We need them to be balling out. And right now, I don't know if the consistency will be there from Hannah. I know it will be there from Lucy. Just a real off game for Lucy. Taylor McCabe, I like to see her get more 3-point shot attempts. Um, Leah Guyton, I don't know why she didn't play but 7 minutes. Ava Hayden with five rebounds and 5 points. She's a very promising big for us. So yeah, in conclusion, we just got to nose down. I feel like I keep saying that. Play a little bit smarter. Play with take smarter shots. Lucia bounce back. We'll be fine. But no matter what, it is what it is because we're gonna rock with this team no matter what. This our squad. It's my team. Maybe it's not everybody's team that's watching, but I'm definitely going to continue to stay down because that's what we do. We stand down with art. So let me see something here. Um, Actually, I'm not. I was gonna actually pull a presser up, but the thing with that is that would just keep me here a little bit longer. So I'll watch the press conference more on my own time when I get time. Um, and see the thing about the Iowa press conference is I want to be able to dissect that. And right after the game, I was busy and had some stuff to do. But so I will check out the press conference. Now, let's talk a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about my UCLA Bruins. Can we do that? Let's see. I wanted to be able to try to get a final score. Come on, I don't know music. Ain't finna copyright me. I've been talking for 22 minutes. I ain't trying to get no copyright for no music. For no miscellaneous random music at that. Please tell me they got the final score on here. Okay, so let's talk some Bruins. Okay, so with my UCLA Bruins, right? Beating Long Beach State, and we'll probably do more content on the Bruins as well as the Hawkeyes. Obviously, I do a lot more Hawkeyes content than Bruins content, but the Bruins on my team. Well, um, so yeah, of course it would. Okay, so Bruins, still undefeated on the season. 50-point win was epic news. Beat Long Beach State. Some people gonna say, okay, well it's the opponent. You should have beat them. And yeah, you're right. We should have beat them. But we've been kind of mid, like against teams. We've been kind of coasting. So not coasting. We kind of been like I say, mid. We kind of been dealing with teams, but not really, beating them down like we should. And I thought that, come on, what's wrong with this thing? And I thought that we stepped up and we really had a time. Versus Long Beach State in terms of just letting them know like, hey, we here to dominate, and that's exactly what we did. We came out dominant, and we put it on them, and we just kept pouring it on them. And we the number one ranked team in the country, and we supposed to, be beating the socks off a team. So 50-point win was huge. 10-0 on the season. Just super proud of this team and how they've been playing and how they've been balling. Um, we got 26 turnovers on them, and we hoop hard. And Lauren Betts finished with 24 and 10 rebounds, so that's a double double. Angela Dugalich, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, balling. I always told you guys every day is somebody else. Giant Barker and Hawkins had good games as well. I think I will probably do I don't know. I might do a video on this. Just touching on UCLA lately. Just talking about how we've been balling lately. We're number one ranked in the country. So I just want to see us continue to just pound on these teams. Like, don't take it easy. If you're supposed to be the team, beat the hell out of them. Because there's been some players that's been a little sus that I've noticed since we, you know, to down the giant that is South Carolina. So look, um, that's what it is, man. I want to thank y'all for coming out, for coming through, checking in on the live stream, just for popping through. It's nothing but love, much appreciation for y'all coming out, coming through. And I want to say, um, salute to all them other content creators talking women's basketball. No matter who you is, no matter who you are, it's all love. It's all love. Look, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here. Pretty much touched on what I wanted to touch on. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. All right, peace.